Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. We are here with Maury and Britt from Beverly K, some of our longtime friends. We just adore them as people, and their jewelry is phenomenal. So we wanted to talk about some of their sparkly things and kind of how they got started. I know that we met you all in Las Vegas the first time probably 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, so I was trying to recollect. It was about that. You're
right.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we fell in love with the more the feminine feel of the line, the very vintage, antique inspired, but beautifully made and well made. So it's dainty without being, light. It's just absolutely beautiful and perfect, every single piece. So we dump the rings out on the floor. So I guess what got you all started into this business? I'm going to ask Maury first and then Britt, because you came along a little bit later. So.
Okay. All right. I'll take over at this stage.
Yeah.
I'll give you a brief history of our company. We immigrated. Brittany was 18 months old. And I'll speak a bit slower so everyone can understand what I'm saying, hopefully. So we emigrated to the US in 1999. Britt was 18 months old. And the main reason for us coming here was because of the violence from the country that we came from, in South Africa. And it turned out to be a great decision. Although it was very hard in the beginning, it was a very good decision, especially for the future of Britt and her sister Tammy.
Yeah.
I'm a very proud father of Britt. Actually, she's Brittany Beverley Knopp, hence the name. And we came here because we believe this is a country of great opportunity. And it was also, funnily enough, it was a country where our dogs wouldn't have had to go into 8-month quarantine like we would have had to do if we went to Australia. So that's the reason we came to the US instead of Australia, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been very interested in vintage designs. So when we got here, I tried to find a jewelry line which was based on vintage designs, and I found someone that was manufacturing vintage designs, and I started to collaborate with him. And in 2007, I decided to buy the factory because I needed to have full control of the production process. I wanted to make sure that whatever word that I gave to customers would be kept. When one's reliant on other people to fulfill one's word and your word is not kept, it's a very embarrassing situation. So the easy solution to that was just buy the factory. And that's what we did. So I bought the factory, and we kept the key staff from that factory, and we obviously made improvements. We met with you in Vegas, as you correctly say, and just for the people out there, I want you to know that Kettermans are our favorite family. Kettermans are not customers of ours. We honestly are family. We've been through a lot together, and we truly love the Kettermans. From the oldest to the youngest, we really love it.
It is mutual. The feeling is definitely mutual.
Thank you.
We've grown together so much.
We certainly have. And I'm going to let Brittany speak more specifically about the product. I just wanted to introduce her, and I want to give a brief history of the company. And our big thing, which is very similar to yours, is to make people happy. No job is too big, no task is too tall.
Right.
We are here to serve you. That's basically what we are. We are here to serve you and to make sure that both you and your clients are very happy with the final product. and we'll do everything in our power to ensure that everyone's happy.
Yes.
And unless you have any other questions for me, I'll be sitting here and Brittany will be going through the product with you.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look at some jewelry. I would like to know, because I get asked this question a lot, being, third generation, but,
Right.
When did you know that you wanted to go into the business?
It's funny. Me?
Yes.
Okay. I knew all along that I wanted to be in the business because I saw my dad's passion and all the hard work that he put towards the business. And I fell in love with his passion towards it, as well as just growing up with the jewelry and seeing everything, make it was my favorite.
Right.
So when eventually I graduated high school, a week later I started with the company. Since then, I loved it.
A week after high school. That's fantastic. That's great. So that was more Katie's story than my story. She knew forever that she wanted to, be a jeweler like dad. And so when she was about 14 is when she started her apprenticeship in the shop. And when she was 16 and could drive, she actually started working. But yeah, awesome.
That's called passion, right?
Yeah.
That's called and
passion.
Sorry for butting in, but as you know, I like to do this. But for me, passion is everything. If you've got fire in your belly, you can achieve anything in life.
Yeah. Great. Well, and now I guess I know, Britt, that you've done a lot of designing. As well as, all the shows and really being the faces for the company. For both of you, what is your most favorite part of the process?
All right, I'll speak. We've got two different favorite parts. So I'll speak about mine. My best time in my work is when I can sit in the store of a client of ours. That's when I'm at my happiest. Not sitting behind a desk, not designing, not manufacturing, but actually sitting in the store with the clients, where they're in their own environment and when they can be natural.
Okay.
Because we cut through all the artificial things like being at a show in which is neutral territory for both parties, but just sitting and being natural and genuine about everything and listening. I believe you can be most effective when you listen to whatever the needs are of the people that you're communicating with.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy being in the stores and traveling to see clients and family. Brent, I'll let you on from your side.
My favorite part is actually, I love going to the shows, meeting people that I've talked to on the phone or over emails, or catching up with people, like you guys and other people. I love the interaction, as well as I love being in the office, being able to come up with new designs and seeing, where I started to the piece actually coming out, envisioning like how I envisioned.
Right.
Yeah.
That must be really, really rewarding, like seeing from your pencil drawing the idea that was in your head coming to life. That's got to be a really cool thing. Very neat. All right. Well, let's talk about what Beverley K does. When you meet a new potential client, if they say, "What is Beverley K?" what do you tell them?
I tell them, Beverley K, we're a vintage inspired line. We have basically, we have a lot of product. We have, bands, we have engagement rings, fashion, and we come up with new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
We do all kinds of metals. We do 14 karat, 18 karat platinum, white, yellow, and rose. We are great with customization. Since we own our own factory, we can customize any piece to the way that the person likes it. So if they want to alter something, we can alter anything they want. If they want to set you know, let's say they have their grandma's diamond, we can always make that around their grandma's diamond, the ring or earrings or anything like that.
And that's been something that you all have been so good to us with. We give you all some crazy projects, and I think that is maybe, and this is just projecting, but sometimes I want to be like, well, their design's beautiful. Isn't it good enough? Like, isn't this good enough for you? They did it this way for a reason. But it's really neat when they come in our store and they see one of your pieces and they say, that's the one I want. Use my stones to make that piece, because then it, you know, preserves their special attachment to those pieces, but makes it impressive because it's one of yours. So
if I may just, Richie, if you don't mind, I'll just add on to that point. So I'd just like to explain the process of how we would go about that. So what we would then do is ask you for the millimeter dimensions of your customer's stone, and we will cut a synthetic stone to those specifications, and we then build the piece around the size stone that you described to us, so that when you set the stone of the customer from their, you know, from their grandmother or whatever, it's going to be a perfect fit. So we actually build the piece around the specifications of your customer's stone. And then also what we do is, you know, we really think of the era from which the stone comes, so that everything will look authentic. That's the big thing. And we'll communicate with your store, who in turn will speak to your client and make sure that whenever they receive the piece, they're going to be extremely happy with it.
I'm wearing some of my most favorite earrings here right now. These are just absolutely beautiful. I'll take one out and show it closer. But these are, I believe, rose cut diamonds in 18 karat yellow gold.
Correct. Yeah.
And they are just absolutely phenomenal. I say everyday earrings because the older I've gotten, the bigger my earrings have become. I think I want to draw attention elsewhere. But also, you have to think, when you're wearing a mask, the earrings have to be big enough to show past the mask. So, exactly. good mask earrings. But let's take a look at what you all have.
So we have a couple things. I'll start off by showing this ring. So if you can see, it's an 18 karat white gold ring with French cut sapphires around the edges. Mm-hmm. And it holds an emerald cut center. And the cool thing and special thing about this ring is that this ring was the first ring we actually won a design award on.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. And so it has, sorry, it won't focus that well.
Yeah, it's tough
to you know, it has hand engraving on the side. So anything that has engraving is all done by hand. Uh-huh. It's finished off with some millgrain on the edges, as well as, like I said, the French cut sapphires in the center.
Okay. I think I have a picture of that ring on my phone saved. I'll share that in the comments. Yeah. So, very cool.
Thank you.
Carry on.
And then here's another really fun ring that we have. So this is an 18 karat yellow gold band set with all different types of sapphires. It's blue sapphire, yellow sapphire, green sapphire, white sapphire, sapphires, and rubies. And we like to call this our confetti ring.
In fact,
okay. we call it the bubble ring, but confetti is good too. That's great.
I think your mom's also got a special name for that ring as well. I think she calls it the end of the day ring.
End of the day ring.
Yes, yeah. One of the end of the day rings, when you take all that's left over and make something. So
carry on.
I don't know if I can do that. Very cool. Yes, that's one of our favorite, and I think we might have like a smaller version of it.
Yes.
One of our dear favorite customers had that ring, and she passed away a few years ago, but she gave it to her daughter, and her daughter wears it now. And that is a very special ring to us. We love that ring.
Yeah.
The
See,
confetti ring.
That's the beauty of jewelry, is that it holds a significance for many years, and it brings
Yeah.
back memories of good times. Yeah.
Right, for
Right.
sure.
So Brit's still got a lot she wants to show you.
Go for it. Keep going.
So here we have, this is like a new collection that we came out with about a year ago. So this is our black and yellow collection, our bumblebee collection.
Yeah.
So what it is, it's a yellow gold band, and then we have some black rhodium on the band itself. And here you can see that there's black rhodium with the yellow gold right here.
Mm-hmm.
And these happen to be some of my favorite bands. I love the look of it.
Yeah, they're neat. And you can stack them, right?
Oh yeah, that's the great part. So you could take a couple of them and stack them like that. Wear them any way you want them.
That's fun. That's great. Well, Maury and Britt, Becca Marie says, your work is stunning. Thank you so much for custom making my rings. So, so she's got some things on her wish list, and then you all made her rings in 2016. So.
Great. Thank you. and that's another part of our job that we love, is when we have feedback from your customers that are happy with you and what.
Yeah. Yes. We need to pass it along more, because we hear it all the time.
I know, I love hearing it so much. Yeah. And here I'll show you, we have our pendants, some of our fashion pieces. So here, sorry, it's hard.
Yeah, right. Is that an opal? There you
It's
go.
an opal with rubies around it and then diamonds on the end. So this is a really, really fun piece.
That's very pretty.
And here's a diamond cross that we have.
I love the shape of that one.
Me too.
It's different.
And this happens to be one of my favorites. So what it is, it's a very nice like Art Deco piece with the sapphire baguettes in the center. And then here, sorry about the focusing, but it's a very nice diamond pendant right here.
Okay, so that's one with the bezel set in the center, and then like a north, south, east, west little
Correct.
bezel set. Okay.
Correct.
That one's a classic. And actually we have earrings here that match that pendant that you were showing.
There you go, yeah.
So that's what that pendant looks like. And these are really cute too, the little sapphires here.
Correct.
Those are fun.
And a point that we can indicate to you is that any shape, color, stone that we have is got a French cut. So not many designers do that. So a French cut means you've got like a diamond shape on the table of the stone, and that brings out the brilliance of the stone. And that's something extra special, which is from the era when this jewelry was very popular, and it just adds a lot to the cutting of the stones.
That's great.
Okay.
Gives them a little more sparkle.
Correct, exactly. Okay, yeah.
Here we actually have the same ones, the earrings with the diamond in the center.
Yeah, and I think you do them in ruby also.
Yeah.
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 We have a really cool pendant. Oh. This is a really cool pendant that we have that it looks like we have people come in and ask all the time if we have estate jewelry or vintage jewelry, and we say, well, no, we don't sell anything used, but we have this new line that is made just like they used to. So it's awesome.
And the great thing about the colored pieces as well, like let's say there's sapphires in the piece and your customer wants rubies or savrites, we can always create a piece to have, this colored stone that your customer wants. So it doesn't have to be just sapphires or just rubies. We can change it to whatever your customer likes.
Right. Yeah.
And then for earrings, these happen to be my favorite earrings. And the cool thing about it is that there's so much movement to them. So these are 14 karat yellow gold, diamond dangle earrings, leaf earrings.
Those are really neat. So is each one of those little leaves a separate attachment?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
So each leaf is cast separately, and then they all put together in the end, and we make sure that there's maximum movement. It's not, anything that leaves our factory, we make sure that it looks great. We're not a mass production house just trying to churn out product. We actually believe it's going to be on the body of the customer for many years, and we want to make sure that it's going to land and it's going to look great.
So here's some beautiful sapphire and diamond earrings. And the cool thing about these earrings that they're actually based off of a necklace that we have. So we love the necklace so much that we actually turn them into earrings as well. Yeah.
Sorry, that's great. My brain. Those are pretty. It's nice that they hang down. You get a little wiggle out of it.
Exactly. And then here we love, these are our two really cute, diamond huggies.
Yeah, good classic little hoop. You all have a lot of really cute huggies. It's like the stackable rings. You have all the different shapes and everything, and
exactly
translate them into an earring. It's awesome.
Exactly like this one, or if you're open to.
Very cute. And so since you just showed those, I want to show these because these are a nice little huggy, but they've got the little kind of almost a briolette diamonds at the bottom. So it gives a little extra sparkle.
Correct. And what makes them really good is the movement.
Yeah.
The movement is everything. If you don't want something just to sit on your ear, you want it to move around, and
right.
Which attracts the eye to the ears.
That's what gets you the sparkle.
Exactly.
So this is like one of my favorite engagement rings, colored engagement rings. So it holds carat center, and then here you can see that it has rubies on the side as well as the top of the ring. And then some fun diamonds going down the side here, as well as the hand engraving going down.
Very passionate engagement ring with the rubies in it. That's great.
Was a pre-Brit
design. It's a pre-Brit design.
Yeah.
And here's two more. So these are really nice emeralds that we have, an emerald and diamond ring. So an emerald French cut emeralds going down here, as well as diamonds on the outer edge.
That's neat.
And here's a beautiful ruby and diamond ring, with the ruby center, the French cut rubies, and then diamonds all around as well.
That's neat. That's another one that looks like the vintage pieces that we get in, that people are cleaning out grandma's jewelry box.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to grab a few bars. Here's our baby confetti ring.
Yes, there you go.
The baby confetti. So if you only want a little bit of confetti, or you worked really hard and don't have a lot at the end of the day, there you go.
That's if you worked a short day. You only have that day.
Yes. It's the half end of the day ring, end of the half day ring.
Correct. I'll also just add something. Jewelry is something it's very blind to a lot of people. So one needs to work on trust, and you need to work with a store that you trust. You need to work with people that you trust, because everything is so blind. And that's why it's so important for people to come to a reputable jeweler like yourselves, where they can trust you. You've been in business for a long time. Your family is a very prominent family in your community, and not enough emphasis can be put on the trust and integrity of the people that you work with in the jewelry business. So I just like your clients to know how fortunate they are.
Yeah, and I think that that is definitely the hardest thing to put out there, especially for first-time clients. I mean, when they don't know you, they've never seen you, everything stands on reputation, and then the way that we interact with it goes the same way for jewelers like us working with companies like you. It's that trust that we're in this together, we're in this for the best of our customer, and just continuing to prove that in every interaction, I think is important.
Yeah.
These are fun stack bands, you know, you can stack them anyways.
Yes.
So these are great, you know, you can take as much as you want, stack them any way you want. You can have it this one way one day. You can have it this one day. You know, just switch it up any way that you like. And that's the really fun thing about our stack bands, is that you can start with one and then you can grow your collection however you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, any of the bands could be 14, 18, or platinum, white, yellow, or rose. They can be halfway, eternity, however anybody wants it to be.
That's great.
And then going along with the stack bands, we have some beautiful, you know, wide floral bands as well. Here's a really nice one too.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Kind of like a pre-made stack.
You see, here's a really nice vintage inspired one.
Mm-hmm.
As well as here, you know, like you were saying, what you would go into your grandma's jewelry box and see.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So this is one that I know we've had before, and maybe a few times, but this design, I don't know if I can, is, I mean, look at it sparkling in the camera. But this is probably one of my favorite, and I think of an iconic Beverley K piece. It's got the 18 karat yellow gold and then the mill grain around all of it. It just adds to the sparkle and the beauty of it.
Right, correct. Now, I'm going to carry on with one of the points you just raised about the mill grain. If you don't mind, I'll just explain it to your customer. So mill grain is a process that can be done the quick way or it can be done the right way. Okay, the two are not necessarily the same. What we do when we manufacture is we manufacture on a flat surface. So when it comes out of casting, and for those of you that want to know more about casting, it's really, you know, when a piece is made in wax, it's then cast into gold, comes out on a flat surface, and then the worker takes an instrument and he actually makes like a scratching and an etching all the way around the ring. It has to be a consistent etching, and that's called mill grain.
Mm-hmm.
That's where there's little bumps all around the ring. And then one also has engraving that's also done by hand. And that's where you do different designs. It could be a scroll design. It could be a weed design. There again, we don't take any shortcuts when we do the manufacturing. That also gets done by hand. A lot of manufacturers will do one on their original model and they'll cast it, but that doesn't come out as sharp and as accurate as when it's done by hand. So any of our pieces, it's all done by hand to ensure that the clarity is as enhanced as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that they can achieve the consistency that they do by hand.
Correct.
I mean, that's just years and years and years of perfecting your craft.
Exactly.
But, wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I found that we have one of those black bands that you were, the black rhodium bands that you were showing earlier. That is really cool. I love the look of that, and it's got champagne diamonds in it.
correct. Yeah.
That works, right?
Exactly.
That works. Right.
That's great.
So here, these two are brand new designs that we just came out with. You know, they're very fun floral pieces. I love wearing it in the middle of the hand. So the cool thing is, you know, it's all diamonds, and then there's two little hidden marquee diamonds in the leaves.
Oh, that's great. That's a great all those marquees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see that one in person. That's neat. It's like a bypass leaf.
Yeah, so here it is in yellow, and then here it is in white.
That's great. I think the most difficult thing probably is to pick what to show, because we have a full case and then we also have a full drawer in our safe, and that doesn't include the bridle. So, Britt, is there a piece that you like the best in the whole line, or do you have, I'm sure you have more than one, but like if you had to pick one piece, do you have one piece that's your favorite?
So this is actually my favorite piece. It's like a tennis bracelet, but it's different because it has little stations,
right,
of diamond shaped on it. You know, I love this. I wear this every single day. So this happens to be my favorite.
Okay.
But I mean, I can promise I look at stuff and it changes all the time also.
I believe it with all the different things that you all have. Let's talk about Saberites for just a second, because I know that you showed an emerald ring, and most of the green that we have from you all is in the Saberite, and it's this beautiful green garnet, and that is for durability, correct?
Correct.
Because
Correct.
emeralds are soft.
Correct.
And you can also get more sparkle out of a Saberite because they don't have the inclusions that you'll find in an emerald.
You've got it. Yeah, that's exactly correct. And also with the Saberites, we can also do the French cut that we previously referred to, but on emeralds, we're going to break so many stones in order to try and get the French cut. But we much prefer working in Saberite and emerald because the emerald is such a soft and fragile stone.
Right. Yeah.
And Saberite looks great in both white gold and in yellow gold. It looks very nice in yellow gold. There's a nice contrast between the yellow and the green.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
we've got just one little station necklace with one set in yellow.
There you go.
So that's a neat newer piece from you all.
Yes, correct.
Are those sapphires, I think?
Yes.
So different colored sapphires there. Kind of a different cut, free-form cut.
Yeah.
And then we've got the stations throughout the chain that just add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of color.
Can you see this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the the bumblebee collection.
Ah, the bumblebee collection. We have a thing for bees. You knew that, didn't you? I think the Hattie bee collection. There we go. That's what it'll be.
That's what we're going to be working on next.
That's what Mom was saying. She said you all are talking about doing something a little bit new and different.
We are, and would you like to discuss that now?
That is completely up to you if you're willing to reveal your secret.
Okay.
But you don't have to. You don't have to feel obligated.
No. So I contacted your mom, must be about 5. In fact, I believe it was the night before Mother's Day, because it was part of a Mother's Day. I contacted her to wish her happy Mother's Day. And the concept that I thought would be most fitting would be to, because I used to work, with your mom and Hattie at the same time. Mm-hmm. And Hattie's still very etched in my memory. And as I'm sure she is for most people that know her. And I thought it would be a great idea to come up with a Hattie collection for your store. And we do that, we do it in silver. And what I want to do is I'd like you to give me ideas of what was closest to her heart, whether it was nature, whether it was horses, whatever her favorite things were. And we will create absolutely exclusively for you, a whole collection. And so that her memory can actually be passed on to people that didn't know her. And I think it's something that would really, really be nice. to have in your store.
Well, we've got some designing to do, I guess.
As soon as you're ready, we're ready to make some product for you for that collection.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we'll get out our pencils and start thinking. She was drawing something, so I know that she's got some ideas in her head. So we'll see if she can translate those onto paper, and then we'll definitely have Katie look at it for the practical jeweler wearability aspect of it.
Right.
So that's great. Well, this has been so wonderful catching up with you guys and seeing your faces. I know we've been emailing and texting and everything, but I'm glad everybody's doing well. Now, do you think that little Tammy's going to come into the business with you all or not?
I think we'll see. You know,
I get it. I get it.
She actually has been, she works here Mondays through Fridays, so she's been here.
Wow.
She's been helping a lot. She's a huge help.
Okay.
So
that's a lot for a big sister to say that about a little sister. So good job.
Thank
That's
you.
great. So I love that you all can defy the rules of working with family is a bad idea. I feel like there are very few people that works for, and we just absolutely love your passion and are so grateful for everything that you've done for us and with us through, and you guys are just great, and we look forward to seeing you in person again sometime soon. So.
Yeah.
And the feeling's very mutual. You truly are our favorite family members.
We love it. Well,
okay.
Thanks again, and we will hopefully see you all again soon.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us share with you.
Definitely.
Be safe, everybody.